the peas.
So they keep cows to fertilize, to produce the manure to fertilize coffee beans.
These ones, we have those young ones. Yeah. So that is where our milk comes from. And we also have goats and sheep.
So those are super napier to feed their cows. A very sustainable business actually. And guys, I want you to learn from the experience. They do circular economy. Nothing goes to waste. Okay, I've been advocating about that for many years, and I'm very happy to finally have seen a farm that is sustainable and profitable. According to him a while ago, they have 80 permanent staff members, and they have provided them with housing, and they have also a school for the children of the farm workers, and they give them a certain portion of the farm to cultivate, to grow their own vegetables. Okay, so this is their drying facility.
Because when it becomes oxidized, it loses the flavor from oxide. So when it rains, we have these plastic PVC bags where we cover. Maybe we can start from here. We just experience the drying session, then later we go to the factory as we climb. Oh, yes, we can touch. How does the construction? The few from the house, we have a machine that does the it's not there. Nothing is there.
Only the roasting that brings
out the flavors. Yeah.
It is a husk.
If you remove the husk, it will smell like coffee. It doesn't. So I guess now it's the roast.
It doesn't smell like coffee. If you remember your kahawa number one, I'm wondering whether that's the one. I want to ask that question.
It was very affordable.
Number one.
You can pick one and try to remove the husk. What you get inside is what we call the green bean.
And it's not
Oh, the green bean.
Yeah. So remove the husk. What you get is what is called the green bean.
This can grow.
It will take you some time, but I recommend buying seeds from CRI. So that is the green bean, but before we ship them or roast them, we have to do grading.
Okay.
So you can take some pictures here as we head to the factory. So drying 7 to 14 days, depending on the weather. And also what makes Kenyan coffee among us the best, we do sun drying. Some nations prefer doing steam drying, but when you introduce heat to your green bean, it loses flavor and aroma. But when you do natural sun drying, it retains the flavors and the aroma during roasting. We cover them using those plastic PVC bags because two enemies of coffee, oxygen and moisture.
How long do you dry it?
7 to 14 days depending on the weather.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you keep oxygen out?
Yes?
How do you keep, like now, oxygen is almost everywhere.
Okay. Oxygen when after roasting. Yes. Two enemies. During drying, moisture. Just like I said, two things make a good cup of coffee: density of the cherry during harvesting, size of the bean during grading.
So the bigger the better.
Yes, the bigger the better.
Why is that big?
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, I run 10 children.
How many them? Now we are keeping them. Then now still wet. Still wet. These ones are new.
Just come from the
Serious? Yes.
This guy doesn't know what is a tepe.
Just from
Straight from the peeling machine. Still wet.
From the other end. So after fermentation, we have this channel. Water is there. They are there, and they are again thoroughly washed. In case there were some remnant sugars that came out from the fermentation tanks, they're supposed to be washed again, then put in sacks and introduced to the drying bed. Yes.
Why do you need sugar for?
Okay, our clients, majority of our clients are from Europe. They don't want their coffee with sugar. So because demand, that is what they demand from us, so we have to supply them with that.
And there is no easier way of doing this other than this way.
For us, majority of Kenyans do the wash process because of our market. Yes, but we also introduced honey coffee, the semi-wash. In 2020 during COVID, we have given it a pilot, and we have also gotten some. People have really embraced it, including Fairview Hotel. We happen to have the same name, so we approached them and we were like, okay, will it be amazing when your clients are served with coffee from Fairview Estate? So we also do that. That outer skin is going to come from the factory through this pipe, and it's going to be dumped there. After we wait for them to ferment and rot, then take them back to the farmer's compost manure.
Okay.
Then the sugary fluid, this is the sucrose. I call it sucrose, yeah? It's going to be here, then released back to the farm to be used for irrigation. Yes. So nothing goes. Yes? Yes? That is Kirima's property. Yes, Kirima. The one and only Kirima. That's going to harvest is brought here. And the work of this machine is to shake off the husk. Yeah? And that is part of the reason why most smallholder farmers don't have this, because this machine is very expensive. Yeah? So after drying, all the harvest is brought here. And this machine shakes off the husk. Because the husks are light, pressure is introduced and pushed out the husk. We dump them there. How do we use the husk? Majority of it, we use it as compost manure. We also sell it to local poultry farmers as poultry beddings. Recently, we also had a delegation from Egypt, and they told us they make furniture out of compressing coffee husks.
Like sawdust.
Yes. Have you heard of Nespresso? It's a global company that sells coffee in capsules. Currently, there is a company in Canada who, because now the capsules majorly for Nespresso are aluminium, so they are not biodegradable. Yes, they have a system where after using them, you get them, they recycle. But there's a company from Canada who are making capsules out of coffee husks. And that is also our desire. In future, we want to do capsules, but we want to go the biodegradable way. We're also looking into partnering, possibly with that company. I'm the one spearheading it. At least we see if we can partner with them. We start having coffee in capsules. Yes.
How much do you sell the husk to farmers?
Right now, I would say for this season, the price has not been given. I'll have to confirm with the farm manager for this season. Yes, the average price per 60 kg.
How about the pulp, if someone is interested?
You want to buy pulp?
Yes, the one that is dried there outside.
That one I'll also have to confirm with him.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Will you give me that permission at least?
Sure, please.
Okay. So the husking machine, the husk, then after the dehusking, now we can get our green bean.
Yes.
Yeah. But before we ship them or package them in the sacks, we need to grade them. So this is our. So we have a chamber of different holes. different hole diameters. We introduce them, then all of them are going to fall respectively in their different hole diameters. And when the harvest is so much, at times, that is now where we have heard of millers, where the coffee farmers will take their coffee to the millers. This is what happens in the milling. You remove the husk, you grade it. So for us, we can do it in-house. Yes.
For you guys, is this the end of your value addition?
Not really. We also roast. Yes.
These are the coffee husk. From that one.
So these are our fermentation tanks. Yeah. So these small ones are the fermentation tanks for the low quality. The big ones for the good quality. Fermentation happens between 10 to 14 hours. After that, as you can see, those ones were from these tanks. Yeah. So water is being introduced. They will be again thoroughly washed before being taken to the drying beds. So they're going to be here 10 to 15 to 14 hours, then taken there. More water is released. They are washed again before they're introduced to the drying beds.
Where are they partitioned?
Yes?
Where are they partitioned?
Low quality.
Different
Low
grades.
quality, different grades. Good quality, different grades. Yes. And this is the machine that does the water density separation. So that I'll open it after we are done talking. Okay, so what we have up here, which you're going to see as we head to the coffee lab, is a cherry hooper. So after harvesting, the slabs you're going to see out there, that is where they do hand sorting to remove twigs and leaves before they introduce it to a cherry hooper. After the cherry hooper, this is the inlet from the cherry hooper. So this is the machine that does the water density separation. So water is going to be introduced here, pumped in, and you can notice we have two outlets there. Yeah, we have the one on the right and the one that comes this way on the left. Yeah, so pulping for the low quality happens on those wheels there. Pulping for the low quality, then they head to the fermentation tanks. Pulping for the good quality happens on that other room, that machine. Yeah, so the good quality is going to go on the right, the low quality on the left. Then the good quality is going to be sucked through those two pipes, going into the pulping machine for the good quality on the other side, then go to different fermentation tanks. The low quality will come on the left, pulping for the low quality happens here, and now using those two machines you can know how much good quality we produce in terms of having our pulping machines. Low quality and good quality on the other room. Then after there, they are taken to the fermentation tanks, later to the drying beds. So we can have a short snippet on the coffee cherry hooper as we head to the coffee lab for
Low quality, high quality. So we are going now to the coffee lab and the roasting facility. And then after that, we're going to do coffee tasting, and that will be the end of the tour.
light roast, highest. Dark roast, lowest. Why? The more you roast your coffee, the more it loses acidity. But caffeine level in all the roasts, the same. Being guided by SCA, Specialty Coffee Association, they did a test for the caffeine level in all the roasts, and they said it is the same. So when you drink a light roast, you're only going to drink more. It's going to be more acidic for you, but the same caffeine. If you drink dark roast, low acidity.
So why do I need the acidity?
Yeah. preference.
Does it change?
It tells you.
Yes, and you're going to do the testing and you're going to get the test.
So for people with acidity issues, if you take the
Majority of espresso, they do the dark roast. Yes. They want to jack you fast. How do we give these three roasts? That will introduce us to our roasting machine. Yeah. So this is our roasting machine. Yeah. So Java also do what is called fair trade. They have coffee farmers who are partnering with them. They buy their green coffee from them and they roast them themselves. Yeah. So this one is a Haas guarantee machine from Turkey. It is a 2-kilogram batch roaster. So how do you know your 3 roasts are good? Yeah. So you can use 3 things. You can use a timer. So this machine uses 2 things, electricity and gas. Electricity is to turn the drum. Gas is to preheat the drum. Yeah? So how can you use time to know your ideal roast? Between 4 to 5 minutes, your light roast is going to be ready. 6 to 7 minutes, your medium roast is going to be ready. And 9 to 10 minutes, your dark roast is going to be ready. So after 10 minutes, you have roasted 2 kilograms. So we have it this small. Some companies have it big. We have it this small because we only roast between 10 to 20% of our harvest.
The rest you export.
The rest we export. Remember now our vision is to target 70,000 plus. If we hit that threshold, we are going to transform this room to 1 roaster. Because you are now going to be
Get a bigger machine.
Bigger machine, and we'll be selling majority of our harvest in-house, meaning we'll be making more profit. Because if you are making, I would say, up to 50 cents, I would say, maybe, let us use the man that was getting 14 Kenya shillings. If we incorporate the tourism, we sell our coffee up to 50 USD. Per kg. If we incorporate the tourism, they pay 30 USD, get fee, non-resident, 2,000 residents, 1,000 Kenyan citizens, like you have paid. Then, if you buy coffee at 1,000 factory price, if you narrow it to the kg, you're going to hit the 50 kg threshold, the 50 USD threshold. Just by adding value, and you make a profit. You see? So you can use a timer. But if the flames are high, the time may not give you the ideal roast. Then you can use a scooping spoon. So during roasting, your work is to insert, remove, to check for the color change. Yeah? Is it light? Is it medium? Is it dark? If you're not good with colors, then you can bet on your ears. How do you know when your popcorns are ready? The same. When you get a green bean, it has a center cut. When that center cut is introduced to heat, it tends to expand, thus producing cracking sound. So when you hear the first crack sound, you know that your light roast is ready. The second crack sound, your medium roast is ready. The third, your dark roast is ready. So I would say roasting is an art.
So who discovered that coffee must be roasted?
After the Yemenis discovered the caffeine, they couldn't monetize it. Yeah? So they became tired of the discovery and they threw off all the beans into the fire. And they were hit by a very sweet aroma. So they started asking themselves, where is this aroma coming from? The more they asked, the more they drew closer to the furnace. So they came to know, oh, so if we introduce these beans into fire, this aroma is going to come out. In the 15th century, coffee roasting began in Yemen.
Yes.
So everything starts from giving up.
To preheat it between 170 to 200 degrees Celsius, just like how you're preparing your pastry. Imagine if you introduce your pastry into the oven at 0 degrees Celsius. You'll get the best experience. The same with coffee. We preheat it up to at most 200 degrees Celsius, then we introduce our bin, because the moment you introduce your green bin at room temperature, the temperatures are going to drop until they get to an equilibrium, then they start climbing up. So when you open this chamber after roasting, they're going to come out at 200 degrees Celsius. If you don't cool them, they will continue cooking. So what we have here is a fan, yeah, and just this one to rotate to make sure that cooling happens evenly. After cooling, we put them in buckets. We can either package them as whole bean, and if you want it ground, this is our grinding machine. Also has guarantee. Has guarantee is Turkish, meaning has been guaranteed. Yes. Also very premium prices. So investing in these machines is not for the faint-hearted.
So Chief, apart from using
Later we finish with the coffee testing.
So this is where we buy.
Yes. So we have, all of them are in 500 grams, and all of them have the characteristics. This one is the honey coffee. Remember I told you we named it Caldi City Roast? This one, for 500 grams, it sells for 1,500.
Ground or?
We have them both in ground and in powder. Sorry, in ground and in whole beans, sorry. 500 Kenya shillings. Yeah? 1,500, sorry.
Maybe we were getting
For 5 grams at Java, you know the price. So you can't, if you try to relate it with 500, you're going to say that you're giving you factory price. And you're going to test it there. Yeah? So, medium and dark roast, 1,000. Then, we have a partnership. So if you buy one, know that you are supporting some women in Masai land to get. And you can also check. You can also check out What is Life online. Just read their vision and mission and what they've been doing, and you can also partner with us to support them. So we are now going to go to the testing. After the testing, now we will come for the show. Medium roast, dark roast. Yes, we're going to use it. Yes, medium roast, dark roast, and so majorly we only do medium. Because also the honey is medium. Yeah, medium, semi-wash. The light roast we don't do so much light roast because coffee.
Is that the reason why I get some?
The order is big. Because you can have them. Because we want to maintain the quality. If I sell my and give them like 10. Yeah. But what we do right now, kulikuwa na swali kama anaweza pata pulp. Do you sell pulp? Okay. What about Napier grass? One of us wants to buy Napier grass, at least the stock. Okay. What about the husk? How much do you sell the husk for the local poultry farmers in case they want to buy? Okay. 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 So you are the one?
Yes.
You are the pulp. So he's my administrator.
Pulp and the husk.
He's going to confirm it from our boss, the farm manager. Then I will let you know. I'll give you my business card. The moment you get that communication, I'll reach out to you. Husk. Okay, so we have some plans of husk. Okay. So thank you so much. So now we're going to the icing of the tour.
I know, my friend went to Domino's and the next time he came, not Domino's, Papa John, when they were opening. He came home, he could barely eat for 2 days. There was so much cheese sticks. And then I ate half a pizza, then he ate more cheese sticks, then he drank. he claimed he drank a liter of soda because he drank the 500.
Yeah.
Watching it like that makes it look.
So, we're going to use one table. $16 grams.
So this is something you can't just mix and take, right? You have to see. Huh?
Yeah. That's how you know good quality.
Right.
Low quality will be soluble.
That's the opposite.
I'm telling you.
So the
Okay. So on this table we have 4. We have 3 roasts of coffee in 4 different pairs. So you can start with at least a group of 5. We're going to start with aroma test. We use our noses to get the fragrance. Yeah. So how do we do the aroma test? And finally, when you're doing it, don't move the pairs. Leave them the way they are. Yeah. So don't tell your friend, oh, this one is a dozen. Yeah, if you only smell. After you're done with the 4, you can step aside, another group to come in. You're going, is it clockwise? Yes, clockwise.
this is the one.
Don't share your discovery.
The temperature has gone down.
That's why I said earlier, when you drink from the premium, you can taste one. All of us are done with the aroma test?
Yes.
Now we are going to do the actual testing. Yeah? But before we do testing, I can do skimming for like this one. Because in coffee testing, we don't drink coffee. We slap it.
Okay.
Why do you slap it? You need to push back the fluid with oxygen so that when they get to your taste buds, they are able to pick the different flavors. Okay, so let me first do the skimming for this.
That's dark, right?
Yeah, it must because it's the only one that fits into the. This must be the caramel.
Who left the spoon in the water?
The students will not. We have video evidence.
Yeah, we have video evidence.
Maybe that's where the slang in a slap came from.
In a slap.
That song? I'm waiting for all of us at least to have a disposable. Into your disposable, rinse the spoon, return it to the same position. Then you slap it. Not in public, only in coffee testing.
Only.
Yeah? So you can leave it, just put it around your tongue. After you're done, go to the next
We don't spit.
station.
So, this afternoon you have some pretty high porcellos.
I am telling you, I will wear you out before we go in.
Hi guys, so that will be the end of the tour for Fairview Estate Coffee Farm and Factory. So thank you for being with us. So it will be a series of 4 videos, and I hope that you will enjoy the tour as we have also enjoyed the tour. So right now they are tasting the coffee. Bye guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Mungu bariki. Kwaheri. Bye.